I love the idea of like the thought and the effort behind it. Not that there's no thought or like no effort for like gifts that are bought, but I think continuing to do this for each other is like very intentional and like not necessarily keeping up the tradition, but we do have a lot of different talents, and I think it's really fun to be able to treasure the things that, we make for each other and things that you can't get anywhere else.
Welcome to The Home and the Maker, sharing advice and encouragement about all topics homemaking and homesteading, and honoring the maker in all of it. Join Megan from Shine.fm for today's conversation. So when it comes to homesteading and homemaking, there are likely a lot of things that you're thinking about in the terms of being homemade. Food, even some of your household products, and at this time of year, even Christmas gifts as well. So I brought along my sisters on the podcast today, Kayla and Sara, and to talk about our traditions, something that our mom had started. I don't know, way back when we were, I don't even know how old, but she had us make gifts for each other for Christmas, and it kind of turned into a tradition year after year. So this is just a conversation about all of our Christmas gifts of years past and this year as well, maybe to encourage you in what you could possibly do for Christmas gifts, or just to also encourage you in the fact that not all of these Christmas gifts that we have made for each other are Pinterest worthy either. We've had quite our share of fails. So thank you, Kayla and Sara, for joining me.
Of course.
Welcome.
So back to the beginning. Let's just talk about the very first one, and all the laughs of the very first year that mom had us do Christmas gifts for each other. Sara, you wrote little books for us, didn't you?
I feel like that's the earliest one I can remember.
I
That's
know.
what
I
popped
was
in
like,
my head when you said earliest.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
did.
was there one before that or was it the stories?
I think it might have been the stories. And then Kayla, you
I
did a little jewelry stand out of like the little wooden uh,
Yep. It
dowel
was little
rods.
dowel rods, and it was so cute.
You did the picture holder out of a paper clip and that like candy shaped eraser,
Oh
and
yeah.
it held a picture.
That was more successful than the jewelry holder, which fell
Yes.
apart. I don't know how long it lasted.
I
That
don't even know
little
if I really
dowel
ever
rods
used
did
it.
not. No, I mean, great concept, but yeah,
To
not.
be fair, yeah, you didn't really use mine either.
What do you mean?
Well, the first gift I gave you was the notebook. So know this, Kayla's an artist. So gifting her a like wide ruled notebook with a story in it, thinking I will write her a story. She's gonna illustrate it. This will be great. She never
I do remember.
illustrated it.
Okay, great idea, but I didn't want to illustrate on lined paper.
Yes.
Looking back now, I could have glued a normal piece of white paper on top of it, but that young, I didn't think that far ahead.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, Sam and the potato chips.
Yep.
I still can't remember the plot except that the dog's name was Sam and he wanted to eat potato chips.
Pretty much he ate potato chips and then got sick. And then I don't know, somehow I would hope that I wrote the happy ending that he ended up feeling better, but
Was there a moral to the story?
I don't remember. We'll have to dig it up.
But okay, if I remember correctly, then that was the same Christmas then that Sarah did the coupons.
Oh yeah, that you guys
Did you
never used.
did
Yes.
you did you give us the story and the coupons? Was that in the same year?
I don't remember.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sarah lucked out because she made those little coupons like I will take the dog out for you and I will make lunches for you in the morning. but we never actually utilized any of the coupons. So for Sarah, it was a basically a very easy score on making a Christmas gift without much effort.
Yeah, I remember feeling like I wanted to use them at the best time.
Right.
And then the best time could have come around, and I was like, no, there's got to be an even better time to use this.
And then at that point, it just fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
How
So,
unfortunate for you.
other Christmas fails over the years.
Hmm.
Okay, I have one. You didn't even make it. Megan got me the foam High School Musical finger hand thing.
I do remember that. I didn't make you anything to go with that.
Nope, it was that. I was like, what am I gonna do with this?
I thought you liked High School Musical.
Yeah, at the
Well,
time you,
yeah.
yeah, but at least she didn't buy anything. It was like re-gifting crickets.
Yeah, nothing. Or the time, which I've done this too, but Sarah, I think, had done friendship bracelets, the knotted
Oh.
ones, and had finished Kayla's and then it did not finish mine. So she
That's a
gifted it
bad
to
Christmas
me.
for me.
It wasn't all bad, but you like gifted it to me half finished on the board that you were like had it connected to knot it. And then I remember after Christmas, mom had to tell you to keep working on it.
Oh.
Yeah. I also was a really bad Christmas for me because, well, I guess I did finish Kayla's. I don't know if I was making mom something too. I
Hmm.
was also sewing dad a pillowcase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to give that to him unfinished, and then the
Oh
bracelet.
yeah. I guess I lucked out on that
you
one. Mine
did.
came all done. I remember it was penguins. It was really cute.
Yep.
Mhm.
I still have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of, I don't know. I feel like I've almost like forgotten what some of mine to you all have been over the past
Fails?
not like necessarily fails, but
Mm.
just like what I have gifted you both. Oh, Sarah, it was for Christmas, right? The painting of the mountains from your trip. Was that for
That is not a
Christmas?
fail.
Yes, because you immediately were like, wait, what about the flowers? The flowers happen to be your favorite part of this whole picture, this beautiful, breathtaking mountain scenery. And then these like annual flowers painted, or like, were they just planted in like planter boxes? I don't know. I was
Yeah.
just like, why is this the favorite part of the photo? I like
It's not the
it.
favorite, but I felt like the little touch of like the pop of color was a factor in why it was one of my favorite pictures.
Mm.
Mm, yeah, I did not paint them in the
It's hanging up
photo.
and I love it.
I know what immediately my biggest fail was, I don't know, a couple years ago for Kayla's gift. Basically, moral of the story, don't pick up woodworking if you don't know how to do it.
Oh
So
yeah.
in Demont, the basically the summer festival is called the Touch of Dutch, and there is a 5K race beforehand called the Rotary Ramble, and the winners in each of the age groups get a wooden shoe. And so I had told Kayla, I was like, well, if you don't win your age group, then I'll just whittle you one. Lo and behold, does not win her age group. And so I was like, great, I'm gonna whittle her one. I bought a very small block of wood from Michael's and like $10 whittling tools and probably was not the smartest decision. And because the at one point the one of the tools I was using slipped on the wood, and I had a big gouge in my thumb. So Dad, hence, says, Megan, we don't need any tetanus shots, so just buy one. So
You literally called home, asked mom if you needed stitches.
I did. It was pretty bad. So
It was late at night too.
I don't think it was that late. I mean, it was like post dinner
Around mom's
maybe.
bedtime.
Oh, I don't
That's
remember being that late, but
oh,
so
that's crazy.
Christmas gifts have not gone perfectly. Even
No.
trying to pick up new skills doesn't go perfectly or Pinterest worthy, but there have been some, I'd say, wins, even
Yeah.
new skills that we've picked up to try and make gifts for each other. So, Sarah, what is your favorite thing that you made that you thought turned out awesome?
Um, Honestly, I think I'm proudest of the pillows that I made you
Yeah.
Oh,
guys
yeah.
because I did cross stitch pillows. I
Wait,
did
weren't
their
they latch hook?
names. Yeah, yeah, sorry, Latchuk. And I did your names on the Latchuk. And I picked out the colors and I made my own like pattern and then made them into pillows. I was really proud of those.
Yeah, those are
Yeah, those
cool.
they turned out. Kayla, about you?
Hmm. I don't know. I feel like I've done paintings for both of you that I've really liked. Like the style that you like, Megan, that
Hmm.
like very colorful, loose brush stroke look. I think the like person walking through the forest. I really liked that one. And then I really did like the mountain picture for Sarah, even though immediately she realized the flowers did not make it in there. But then I don't remember when I started wood burning, but I think like the wood burnings that I've done have also been pretty successful.
Yeah.
Like the wolf, I think I did that, Sarah, for you for Christmas one year. And then
Yep.
the picture that I did for you and Garen last year, Megan,
Hmm.
for your bathroom.
Yeah, we've gotten compliments on that.
Really? That's so
Yeah.
cool.
I think Garen's mom, even like when she had used the bathroom, she took the sign out. The sign it says a bear lives here with his honey. So our bear or our bathroom's kind of like woodsy themed. So she took it out of the bathroom. It's like, this is so cute.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's great. That's fun. Yeah, I feel like those two things are probably, or
Yeah.
those two types of stuff are my favorites.
I thought the clips that I did for you guys last year were pretty cool.
Those were like, those look like they could have been bought from
Thank you.
somewhere. Like I was very impressed. I was like, there's no way.
I was inspired by something I saw on Etsy, and I thought, well, I could take wire and beads and wrap them around the claw clips and do those for you
Yeah,
guys. So,
they're really
um,
pretty.
proud of those. But what is a favorite gift? So think about, like Sarah, think about your favorite gift from me and Kayla.
Oh boy.
It's so
Uh,
hard to remember each year.
I
I
know.
know.
There's probably years that I'm missing where I could be like, oh, I love that. Because there's been plenty of gifts that we've made for each other that have been really, really sweet and awesome. But Sarah, I really love the apron that you made me last year.
Good.
I asked for Sarah to sew me an apron and she did, and it was
It was
hard.
so hard. Granted, I'll admit, mom did most of it because she's the more experienced sewer,
Yes.
but I did help.
Yeah, sometimes reinforcements are needed.
Yes. And there's a lot, well, like Kayla, the like pres how you preserved our like wedding flowers was really cool in the like block of resin.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so that was neat. But I also really love, remember the mints that you made me?
No
Oh,
way. The
The
mints?
little cheese, whatever cheesecake mints.
That's hilarious.
I really did like those.
Wow, okay.
I mean, just thinking about like, I don't know, it was unique and I was like, wow, these are good.
So funny. I forgot about those.
I mean,
Huh,
there's
yeah.
other things you made me, like you said, the paintings. I really loved the paintings.
Yeah.
So it's not like the mints just top everything, but that was a unique one that
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Man, I know you've made me some cool stuff, but now my brain is like, what were those? Because now I'm remembering other things that I've done for you too.
Hmm. 2 years ago, I digitized the story of um like
Yes.
grandma reading the
Yes, I
bedtime
think
stories.
yeah, that's probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I think you digitizing the cassette tape of grandma reading bedtime stories.
Hmm.
I think that's probably one of my favorites. I also really love the clips that you
Oh, thank you.
made. Yeah, it was really cool. And then Sarah, I don't know, I think it was the latch of pillows. That was like super cool. I remember opening that up and I was like, whoa, that's awesome. So I'd probably have to go with those.
Oh, Kayla, I did I started your patch blanket the one year.
Oh yeah, that was another good one. Yeah. Do you want to explain the patch blanket?
Yeah. Kayla and I, well, we like to take credit for it. We don't know exactly who came up with the idea first,
I think
but
it was me.
but everywhere that starting at one family vacation, we decided to, instead of like buying a t-shirt or whatever souvenir, just to buy a patch that you can iron on something or sew on something. And so we both have a blanket that every time we go somewhere, we buy a patch if we can find one and sew
Yeah.
one onto the blanket. So I started that for her one year.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Sarah, I made a
Yeah,
pillow for you one year.
You
oh
did.
yeah, those are cool pillows.
Yeah, those were really nice. I have them still well, whenever I make my bed and then decide to put all the fancy pillows on my bed, that makes it.
Okay, that's good.
Didn't you made me a Build-A-Bear outfit one year, right? A dress?
Yes,
That
Made
was
those for
really
Christmas?
nice.
yes, it was. Didn't we tag? Was that from me or did we tag team that one?
Oh, I don't know.
You might have tag teamed that
Because
one.
because I remember doing the jean skirt.
It was, yeah, the jean skirt, but it was kind of like a dress though. There was a top. It
Hmm.
kind of had a like a
And it
top
had a
with
bow.
it, and then we did a hat, didn't we?
Yeah.
Little like denim hat for the Build-A-Bear. Yeah, that was. We
Yeah.
thought we were so cool.
I
You
mean,
also made me pencil pouches that lasted. I used those forever.
That was like a
wow.
back
I
to school
still
gift for you.
I still have it. See,
Aw.
Wow,
this
we
is the
were
second
good.
one
Yeah, we should just
because I needed the new one. So this was
we should just open a little like seamstress shop or something.
Problem is, I don't remember how to do any of that. Like any of the sewing stuff.
That's
Ugh.
funny. Sarah favorites.
okay. I mean, I'm remembering those, but prob the cassette was really cool.
Hmm.
The flash drive.
Recorded cassette. Um, Kayla, you've painted so many things for me that I'm just like, which one do I choose?
Here's the butterfly ornament.
I know that's in the running. The painting you did of me and Cece,
Mm,
a cat,
Yep.
that one's really good. And then, although the one that you mentioned is a favorite, you also gave me with that one my other favorite picture from that trip, but you did it tiny.
yeah, the
You
miniature
remember
version.
that? Yeah, that
Yeah.
one, just because of the sheer size, that one probably is the top.
Really?
Probably.
The
That's
talent.
funny. Oh,
Yeah, those are
that's funny.
probably the favorites.
Hmm. Interesting.
So overall, do you think we're saving money by making each other gifts or no? I think it depends on the year.
It
Yeah,
depends.
yeah, it depends on the year. Like this year, no. Definitely not.
I was gonna say, I think I am saving money this year, you
Yeah,
guys.
I feel like the because I know what you're doing. Like, yeah, that's definitely saving money. And like I think maybe this year makes up for years past where like I already had like the canvas or
Mm,
like the glass ornaments or the wood burning wood, you know.
yeah.
It was just like the time that went into it. But this year, I'm doing something very, very different.
Hmm. Yeah, they
Yeah.
both know what I'm giving them, but I have no idea what they're doing for me.
Yeah.
You should know what I'm doing for you, but don't say it.
Huh?
Well, I gave you an idea, but when you texted us both, that I didn't feel like that had anything to do
Oh,
with.
that is right. Side note, I plan to do two different things for you guys, but I don't know if I'll have enough time to do the second thing. So
Ooh, is
we'll
this
see.
another year of
That'll be your next
Half
Christmas
finished
if
gifts, yes.
no, I'm not gonna do that again.
So that's a big
no.
kicker for Christmas gifts homemade is having the actual time to do it.
Mhm.
So it's been helpful to have vacations near Christmas to where you can spend time doing those things.
Yeah, this one's a labor of love. You both are getting the same thing. I just hope you both like it.
Hmm. A mystery.
Mhm. Very much mystery.
I got you a recipe book.
Oh, my soup book.
One year.
Yes.
And Kayla, I painted you a sign
Oh, yeah.
The sign.
3 years ago.
What sign?
It has your favorite quote on it.
Yeah, from Signed, Seal, Delivered.
Um,
I penciled out where everything was gonna go, and then I did it in purple and white.
well,
Yeah.
Well, it's one of my favorite quotes. There's others that I like.
I guess the big question would be, why do we still do this?
Oh.
I don't know. I love the idea of like the thought and the effort behind it. Not that there's no thought or like no effort for like gifts that are bought, but I think continuing to do this for each other is like very intentional and like not necessarily keeping up the tradition, but we do have a lot of different talents, and I think it's really fun to be able to treasure the things that, we make for each other and things that you can't get anywhere else.
Very well said. That's pretty much all
Thanks.
everything I was going to say. Sarah?
I mean, yeah, that's a part of it. It's something cool. Like every time I tell somebody that that's what we do, they're like, "Oh, that's so cool." And I mean, when it's somebody older who we tell, they're all like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Like that's so good that they do that." And it's kind of rewarding to be able to like do something yourself. And then when the get or the receiver likes it, then you feel that much better about yourself. Or like the effort and the thought you put behind everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Think for me, yeah, it's the twofold nature of it feels super intentional to be able to like put that time into a gift and to even to make it so customized to what I think you guys would like. Or, I know like if oh yeah, I made that for you too, the laptop case I embroidered for you. But to like do something for you guys and then to think, oh, I could do this for my sisters-in-law and like to make it customized for them. And um, so it's yeah, that intentionality of it, but also just the for me, like we've done it for so long. We can't stop now.
That is
That's
true.
true. Oh, yeah. No, I think it's really fun. Like, I enjoy it every year, and I
Mm.
know it's often a challenge of like it, it starts like getting nearer towards Christmas, and we're all like, I don't know what to do.
Or, oh my goodness, it's almost Christmas and I still have so much work to do on these gifts.
Yeah, but I don't know. We always seem to make it happen every year, which is really,
Hmm.
really cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Like no, it's gotten to the point where we are starting to tell each other what we want instead of thinking of ideas,
Yes.
unless we somehow happen to get creative, but
which is helpful.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think now that we have developed different skills, I suppose, like it is fun to be able to say like, oh, I know Sarah likes watercolor. I'd really enjoy a watercolor painting of XYZ, or like, I know Megan loves to sew. I'd really love this, like I
Hmm.
think now we're at the point where like we kind of can't ask for like
Yes. Which
certain
is
things that
helpful
might be
because
helpful. Yeah.
I feel like my skill set compared to you guys is more limited. I'm like, you guys are so good at the painting and artistic stuff, and I'm more crafty and like, I'm crafty and I do radio. So what do you guys want?
I feel like I'm limited. I
I mean,
mean,
you have a blend of the artistic plus crafty.
yeah, but it's not like I don't know how to say it. Like I'm amazing in one at one
In
like
one discipline.
it's like yeah, Kayla who's amazing at the painting, Megan who's amazing at like the crafty stuff, and I'm just like average in between.
No.
My
That
thing is I don't know how to choose. Like my bread and butter is painting, but I also do wood burning and I have done resin objects, and you know, there's so many things I have to choose from, and I think it's that gets overwhelming because I'm like, man, the world is down my fingertips, then I still struggle to come up with ideas. But this year, y'all are getting neither wood burning nor painting. So
Oh.
yeah,
Mm,
nor
interesting.
resin. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope you you like it.
To do like a post Christmas episode
Yeah, maybe
gift
the
review.
journey to the journey to Christmas. I think that would be funny
That would be funny.
because I spent I don't even know how many hours just today. Like, yay, I had a vacation day today, but I spent probably like 2, 3 hours doing one thing for your
Mm.
guys' gift.
Okay.
And I'm like, could have probably, at this point, bought something and
Always,
but
always those doubts when it comes to Christmas gifts.
yeah.
Well, I haven't even started yours, Kayla. I'm still working on Megan's, so that's great.
Well, on that note, it's always a fun adventure to make Christmas gifts for each other, as hopefully you heard, whether or not you enjoy making gifts, homemade gifts, or maybe this is a tradition that you may take on yourself or encourage the kids in your life to do now or someday down the road. But it's something that we've definitely enjoyed and have just, yeah, it's been a fun way to kind of explore some crafty or just different things that we can do. So thank you guys for sharing and enjoying this sisterly podcast with me.
Of course.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas!
All
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Home and the Maker podcast. And for other podcasts from Shine.fm, visit the Shine.fm podcast channel.